TruSpec 24/7 Pro Vector Pant. If you've been around for a while, and I'll assume that you haven't, and I'll just put a link right up here, I reviewed the TruSpec Vector Pant back in 2017. I love these pants. I love the pocket layout, especially this rear pocket with the little knife pocket here, a place for your cell phone. The drop-in pocket's my favorite feature on any tactical pants. Love the drop-in pocket. Unfortunately, they stopped making these pants. A lot of people were sad about that, myself included. And then I saw they came out with the Pro Vector Pant, and I said, well, I got to do a review on those, maybe compare a little bit to the original Vector Pant, and let's kind of check it out. And you can kind of see a little bit of the heritage of where they came from. As a brief comparison, you can see some of the similarities here. The notched pocket here, the side cargo pocket with the drop-in pocket, the non-Velcroed flap design here, the knee articulations down through there. Unfortunately, they got rid of this rear pocket that I love so much with the knife pocket. Try to give you some other places to put things. So let's have a look at them. Let's get rid of the original Vector Pants and focus on the new Pro Vector Pant. The Pro Vector Pants are $54.36. Nice round number. I'll put a link to it down below on TruSpec's website. You can check it out. Currently comes in 3 colors: khaki, coyote, and LE green. I'd like to see some more colors, but maybe they're trialing 3 to start out with. See how they do. Right now, you get 3 colors. Waist sizes come from 28 all the way up to 54 inches. Above 44 inches, they only come in an unhemmed 37-inch inseam. Up to 44 inches, you can get that 37-inch inseam, but you also have an option of 30, 32, and 34-inch inseams. The fabric on these is a 6.5-ounce micro ripstop, typical poly cotton blend, standard for tactical pants. The waistband is a little bit different. On the inside of the waistband here and on the pockets, there is this little stretchy piece, and this is made of 91% nylon, 9% spandex, and that gives for a little bit of stretch right here. It also lines the rest of the waistband through here, and there's a little bit of stretch there, but most of the stretch is going to come from right in there, and that material goes all down into the pocket as well. Up at the top, there are 7 belt loops, 4 on the front here, 3 on the back, the large one on the back with the TruSpec logo. These belt loops are 2¼ inches, so they'll take a 2-inch belt, no problem, depending on what size you're going to wear. On the front here, there is a snap closure. Large brass YKK zipper. I love the large zipper pulls. That way they don't get stuck down on the bottom like some pairs of pants do. And on the inside, there is a secondary closure. I'm not a fan of secondary closures. I mentioned that in all my videos. If you're going to put one, I don't mind having a secondary one up here. But the secondary one down here just makes this piece wider, more for you to kind of reach around when you're going to the bathroom, especially if it's down lower, and it just makes it a little bit harder. I'm not a fan of these, but a lot of pants have them, so it is what it is, I suppose. Nothing really else on the inside. The size up here, not much. That's pretty much it for the inside. There's another tag here, made in Indonesia. The shell is 80% polyester, 20% cotton, and there's the lining, 88 nylon, 12% elastane, machine wash cold, gentle cycle, don't bleach, tumble dry low, cool iron if needed, don't dry clean. Admittedly, all of mine get washed in the regular cycle and not tumble dry low, and I've had them all for years and they all do pretty well. Moving on down, just going down the front here first, we'll come back to these side cargo pockets. There is a gusseted crotch for a little bit extra ease of movement. The knees are articulated. You can kind of see this sticking up here, a couple darts there for some articulation. And then the bottom is just a plain bottom, no blousing straps, no extra reinforcements, nothing else there. Looking at the side view, you can see that the front pocket has this notch design here, such that if you want to put a knife into it, you can put it right down that notch and still leave some room to get around it. What I don't like about this pocket is that it's a little bit close to the cargo pocket right below it, so that if you're going to put something into this pocket, like say a phone, your knife clip is going to potentially scratch the screen as it's going in. So I'm going to put it this way. This drop-in pocket is my favorite feature on tactical pants. I love that it's easy in, and you can reach down. The phone or whatever else you're putting in there is down in there. It's kind of hidden, but it's super easy to get out. So I love this feature. Unfortunately on these, this cargo pocket is a little bit high, so if you're going to put it in, there is some risk you might scratch the screen. I would like this to be just a little bit lower. This pocket here, on the inside, there's one large blousing piece here. Otherwise, it does lie nice and flat. There's no Velcro, so if you're going to put something on the inside, it's easy just to kind of reach down in there. And then on the inside, there are 2 divider pockets, and your phone will actually fit in the front. They're a little bit different sizes. The front one is a little bit larger, and you can put your phone on the inside there, and it will hold into that front divider pocket. So if you don't want to use this here, the drop-in pocket, because maybe you have a clip here dripping into it, you can use this. This pocket is in front of the drop-in pocket. The drop-in pocket, if you're inclined, is just a little over 4 inches wide, and depth-wise, about 6.5 inches. I'll come back to this rear pocket, just showing you the rest of the way down the bottom. You can see here the articulated knees that I showed you, and then nothing else on the bottom. Looking back from the top here, you can see that just behind center, there is this large pocket here. And this pocket is also pretty large, a little over 4 inches, about 4.25 inches by 6 inches. And this is a large pocket, so you can certainly take your cell phone, my Galaxy S20 Plus, it will go down there, sticks out just a little bit. There's quite a bit of space here, so it may move around in there just a little bit. You can see the extra space there. Alternatively, you could put an AR magazine in there. That'll go down in there like that. Still going to be some extra space for moving around there. On the rear, not much else. 2 patch pockets. These are just regular patch pockets, nothing else inside them. And then you can see that these pockets here are on both sides and back for whatever you want to store in those. The cut on these pants is pretty generous. I think you can kind of get an idea from up here. They just look a little bit wider, and then the thighs are actually cut fairly wide as well. There's not really any stretch to them, but because of the generous cut, if you are a bigger guy with bigger thighs, this extra space is going to allow for some extra room and movement. And this fabric is super soft. I've got another pair with similar fabric, and I almost kind of think of them as my pajama tactical pants because after some washings, this stuff gets super soft. Not too heavy, 6.5 ounces, but it feels like a nice lightweight fabric, and it's pretty comfortable. As I mentioned, these pants are cut pretty generously. They're not quite what I would call baggy, but they are pretty loose and generous cut, so if you have larger, more muscular thighs, they're going to allow for good ease of movement for running, bending, crouching, stretching, anything like that. Looking at the pockets, like I mentioned before, this front notch pocket, you can put something in here. There is a risk that, like on this side, with this paramilitary 2, that clip is going to go down into that drop-in pocket, and if you put something in there, it might scratch the screen. If you have something smaller, however, I usually carry my TruNite pen light, which has a shorter clip on this other side. It doesn't quite get down to that pocket, and you are at less risk for scratching the screen as you would be on the other side. Alternatively, though, if you don't want to put something in the drop-in pocket, you can put it in the interior pocket here, in that front divided portion. Small note, this interior portion doesn't go all the way down, it goes to right here, whereas the remainder of the pocket, you get the full depth all the way down to the bottom of there. Small note, and then if you need to get the stuff out, easy access with there, and it is a little bit more secure on the inside there. But even my Galaxy S20 is still pretty swallowed up by that drop-in pocket, so it's good easy access in and out right there, and it's hidden and quick to get to. If you don't want to use that drop-in pocket, you could use the rear pocket to put an AR magazine, which is quick to get out and then load into your gun. Quick access there, and from the front, you almost can't see it. Alternatively, if you're not going to carry a magazine back there, you could carry anything else, or you could put your cell phone back there. And I know I mentioned in the tabletop version that this pocket is kind of generously sized and this moves around a little bit. It does a little bit, but once you're wearing the pant, your butt kind of fills it out enough that it doesn't really wobble around too much, and it's not that big of an issue, and it probably allows for a little bit more easier in and out of your phone or magazine or whatever you're going to put in there. So not as big of a deal as I mentioned previously. But you can put your cell phone back there, and if you have a shirt untucked, it's going to cover that. No one's going to know that there's a phone there, so it's going to be well hidden. Alternatively, you could also put a magazine up in these front drop-in pockets here, another spot for it. Would not really fit so much on the inside of these, I don't think, because it's going to be a little bit large, a little bit hard to get into, but let's just see. Not quite ideal there. Overall though, great pants, nice and comfortable. I like the pocket layout. I love the drop-in pockets. I love that you can get your cell phone in and out of them so quickly and easily. Just be careful with what you're putting above that pocket so you don't scratch your screen. Otherwise, I'll put some links down below. You can check them out on the website. Post some comments, let me know what you think about them, and I will catch you in the next pant video.